The year was 1972. America found itself deeply divided. The Vietnam War raged on, sparking protests and unrest across the nation. Distrust in the government ran high. It was in this tumultuous climate that Richard Nixon, a Republican, sought re-election as President of the United States. His Democratic opponents, eager to unseat him, set up their campaign headquarters in the Watergate Hotel, a sprawling complex in Washington, D.C. Little did they know that this building would soon become synonymous with one of the biggest political scandals in American history. The political atmosphere was thick with tension. Nixon, known for his shrewd political maneuvering, was determined to secure a second term. His administration, however, was already showing signs of paranoia and a willingness to operate outside the bounds of the law. This underlying darkness would soon be thrust into the spotlight, forever changing the course of American politics. In the early morning hours of June 17, 1972, 5 men were caught breaking into the Democratic National Committee's office in the Watergate Hotel. They were no ordinary criminals. Among them was a former CIA agent. The burglars were found with sophisticated surveillance equipment, their mission clearly more than just a simple robbery. News of the break-in spread quickly, but initially it was dismissed by many as a third-rate burglary orchestrated by low-level operatives. However, 2 young reporters from the Washington Post, Carl Bernstein and I, sensed there was more to the story. We began digging, following every lead, no matter how small. Our investigation led us deeper into a web of deceit and corruption that reached the highest levels of government. With each passing day, the Watergate break-in transformed from a seemingly minor incident into a full-blown scandal that would captivate the nation. As Carl and I delved further into the Watergate break-in, we encountered a wall of silence. Sources were reluctant to talk, fearing retribution. Then, we received a tip from a mysterious source we codenamed Deep Throat. This individual, later revealed to be a high-ranking FBI official, provided us with crucial information confirming our suspicions that the break-in was part of a larger cover-up orchestrated by the Nixon administration. The investigation was intense. We faced pressure from the White House, which vehemently denied any involvement and attempted to discredit our reporting. But we persisted, driven by a sense of duty to uncover the truth. Our articles, published in the Washington Post, sent shockwaves through the nation, revealing a pattern of illegal activities and abuses of power within the Nixon administration. Section 4. Nixon's cover-up unfolds. As the investigation progressed, it became increasingly clear that President Nixon himself was involved in the cover-up. His aides, including White House Chief of Staff H.R. Haldeman and Domestic Policy Chief John Ehrlichman, were implicated in the scandal. Nixon, desperate to contain the damage, fired key staff members and publicly denied any wrongdoing. However, his attempts to obstruct justice only fueled the fire, raising further suspicions about what he was trying to hide. The nation was captivated by the unfolding drama. The Senate formed a special committee to investigate the Watergate break-in and the subsequent cover-up. The hearings were televised, allowing the American people to witness firsthand the testimonies and evidence that pointed to a conspiracy at the highest levels of government. Section 5. The Tapes and the Fall of a President. A pivotal moment in the Watergate saga came with the revelation that President Nixon had secretly recorded all conversations in the Oval Office. These tapes, if made public, held the potential to expose the truth about Nixon's involvement in the cover-up. A legal battle ensued over the release of the tapes, with Nixon fighting tooth and nail to keep them hidden. Finally, in a landmark decision, the Supreme Court ruled that Nixon must surrender the tapes. The recordings, when played before the Senate committee, contained damning evidence, including a smoking gun tape that proved Nixon's direct involvement in the cover-up. Facing certain impeachment by the House of Representatives and conviction by the Senate, Nixon resigned in disgrace on August 9, 1974. The Watergate scandal left an indelible mark on American history, shattering the public's trust in the government. and highlighting the importance of a free and independent press in holding those in power accountable.